Oh boy, I've had to record this video probably 5 times now, so let's do it again. Let's go through it all again. I traded SQ, I traded the calls and the puts at the same time, well not at the same time, and ALQA, the penny stock. So let's go over what happened here on ALQA. I was trying to get in as close as I could here to the 288 trend line I have here, and I managed to get in at 292. So when we surged up a little bit here pre-market, I tried to sell some shares. You can see as it came up to $3, I put 300 shares up. It didn't get filled, and I was expecting a rejection of this kind of $3 level, so I just bailed out of everything. And I ended up losing like 16 cents, and here we come back down. So I was like, all right, we'll try it again. The market's actually open now, and we're holding that trend line, so I got in at like a couple cents better. Just a little bit lower. I put in my hard stop, and as it pushes through $3 this time, I managed to sell 300 of the 900 shares that I have, lock in a little bit of money right there. I'm looking for a push through 310, 314, which is high of day. So I'm looking to add some shares here for that push, because I really think it's going to happen now. So I added on the ask there. I just jumped in back to full size. And then I thought to myself, we just rejected $3. Maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. And now we're back down 289. I bail out of the whole thing, and I'm now down 60 bucks. So I was like, all right, not what I'd wanted, but I still think it's possible for this to kind of curl and shoot back through high a day. There's very high probability that that could happen. So one more time, I say to myself, okay, I'm down $60. I'm going to take this trade one more time right at the trend line, get almost a perfect entry, and then, the move starts. So the move starts, and I say, okay, this does have the power potentially to surge through high a day. We just need some more volume. This could easily happen. And I was about to sell out right here at the lows, and I said, if it breaks, I have to sell, and then I'll be down like 120 bucks or something on this stock, which is okay because I never want to be down more than about 100 per stock. So I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for this to happen. I try to add there, and I don't get filled. And then as we come up here, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for this to surge. Here, let me back up a bit. There, now we're watching it live. So I'm waiting for it to surge over 295. And here we start to get it. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for a little bit more. I put 300 shares up. I get filled there. And this is where I tried to add. This would have been beautiful. I tried to add back to full size at 297 there. I saw it holding. I tried to squeeze in there for this push, and I missed it. I would have made an extra, 150 bucks if that had worked. So the thinking was proper, but the execution was a little slow, so I missed it. I'm selling 300 shares up into high of day here at 314. Selling the last 100. I'm trying to get them out. And I eventually get them out. And I end up going from $50 down to $76 up. So I end up making 100 and whatever dollars on that stock. So that was good. And in the meantime here, I took Square. This is all while I was trading ALQA. I take the puts here at 62.50 on Square. So why did I take them there? Well, I will show you. I took them because 62.50 at the time, I had this line down here before. 62.50 was kind of the pivot point here. Like we kind of kept consolidating there. And then if you go back a couple of days, this is the double bottom low from yesterday. And then the day before that, it was kind of a top here. It was just like a clear pivot point where it was just kind of going up and down and then touching it, coming back down, coming up to it. Very clear level in my mind. So we surged into it. So I took the puts, and then I was selling them on the way down here. So let me show you that. So I got my puts, 10 puts at 30 cents, $310 position right there. We come down, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this might be actually a little bit bullish. So I sold out of 5 of them right here, rather than waiting for pre-market lows, which were down here. So as it comes lower and lower and lower, I finally drew out the actual pre-market lows line. So we're getting closer and closer to it. I'm not selling anything else yet. I'm just waiting. 60, I'm just waiting. You just got to be patient. Waiting for a good bid here to pop up. So 55 here. Now we're starting to really dip into it. 23, 27. I just took off 2 of them there as the bid lifted. Oh my god, and if I had just waited for the 66, so I got filled at 60 right here, as you can see. So if I had waited for 66, boom, an extra 10% would have been locked in, but I didn't know it was going to wash that hard. So at the same time as I was selling those, I have 2 left. So I did actually sell an extra one there at 66. As I did that on my other monitor, I took the calls. You'll be able to see the order pop up here in a second. Now this is where it gets sad. This is where I am sad. Look at this. Look at this trade. When's it gonna pop up? There, it popped up there. I bought the calls there at the low. Literally at the almost bottom. Like right here, I bought the calls. Almost at the dead bottom. And I sold them as we came up. I sold them as we came up here. Because I was bearish on the day. I wasn't trading the setup. I was trading my bias. So what did Square do? Square ended up coming back up, and I sold the calls and I added to the puts. And then as I saw that, you know, it wasn't actually breaking down, I cut most of the puts except for one. I actually still have 1 put left. I'll show you. 62 puts. 61 put? Yeah, I have 1 left. It's down, and it's pretty much worthless at this point, and I'm just going to hold it because I don't care. Because I'm already green on the day. I have, like I said, 3 green trades. I'll show you those quickly if I can drag this over. I have 3 green trades, so I'm finishing the day up fairly nicely. So going into the weekend with profits, there's nothing that can make me red at this point. If this goes to 0, I lose an additional $3, and this is going to go to 0, so I don't really care about that. But I was so sad. Look at this. Look at what Square did. Square went up 4.5%. More than 4.5% after I cut the call right here. I should have traded the setup. I should have not been so biased because look at these calls. I just made the tiniest gain on them because I didn't even buy that many because I thought it was short biased. And then, so I bought here at 35 cents and I sold up here at 46. 32% gain. Not bad. But look what they did. Look what they did. 400%. I would have been playing that. I know I would have been playing that. Because what was I saying? Because I would have bought the puts here, sold them at the pre-market, or at the 62.50 level. That's just what I do. And maybe I would have added again on the way down and then sold again in this push. I would have made like $400 or $500 on this trade alone. So I'm pretty sad about that. And then I missed another SPY trade. You can see here the SPY came up to my 264 trigger, which has been a daily level. 264 is right here. It was yesterday's lows. The day before that's open. This day's close. This day's close. And it was a pivot point. 264 kind of was a pivot point here, as you can see. So 264 is very significant. I don't know why I just didn't. I think I was like just done with everything at that point of the day. I was like, you know what? I'm starting to get emotional and trading weird, so I'm not going to take it. Or I wasn't even watching it. I don't know. So that was the entry. Look at that beautiful entry right there on the puts and the SPY puts. So I would have taken the 263s up here. So the 263s at that point at 10.15, they were in the 70s. So 70 cents, 75 cents. They made a high of $1.32 at this target. They pretty much doubled in 5, 10, 15 minutes. That would have been an amazing trade. So I missed some trades, but you know, I still took some good trades, and I'm happy about that, and I'm happy that I had the discipline to not chase anything and get FOMO, because I had massive FOMO. I was like, oh, I just missed out on 400% on Square, and then 100% on a perfect entry on the SPY. But, you know, I didn't, excuse me, I didn't want to go into Friday with a loser, like into the weekend with a loser. So I took my, whatever, 200 bucks US and just said, this is fine. Of course it's fine. I'm going to go into the weekend happy and not pissed off that I'm red. So that was that. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I don't know if I actually showed you the end of the ALQA trade. There was another trade. Yeah, right here. I can't remember if I showed you in this one. Yeah. So where are we here? We pushed up. I believe I just showed that trade. So then this trade right here, I knew that. Okay, so this was flagging right here. This shot up, made a flag at the 314 marker or like key level that I had. So I said there to myself, I was like, okay, there's gonna be one more trade in here, and I'm gonna take it if it presents itself. So we were building a flag, and then this was the trigger candle. I knew if we didn't dip under 314 and we went up, we would most likely surge through 320. So I reduced my risk. I took 500 shares for just a quick scalp on this. I bought on the ask and I sold on the ask because I didn't want to buy in the bid. I wanted to wait for the exact moment that it was going to surge and then buy. So I bought, we're immediately up to 25. I sold at 25 and I add $40 of profit just like that. That trade was 3 seconds and I added $40 of profit. That's pretty good. And then that's where I kind of took my hands off and I said, all right, I'm done with this stock. Like I said, I've done this video like 4 or 5 times, so I'm not sure if I went over that already. Sorry if I did, but there it is again. We'll watch that live one more time. So I'm waiting for this candle to form. There, it's formed. I'm waiting for the trigger. 317. I'm waiting for 317. There, I bought 18, 20, 25. I sold. That's it. I top ticked it. Obviously, I'm happy about that. So with that, I'm going into the weekend green. So you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. You traded well. You traded smart. And let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down there in the comment box. Please subscribe. You know, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers now that I upload a little more frequently. So if you could help me get to that, I'd be very grateful for that. So please hit subscribe. And with that, we will see you guys later.